Good evening, everyone. First Source TV here. This is a very, very short live. It doesn't even matter if anybody is in here right now. All I'm going to do is share um, an audio from a video that I recorded concerning what happened with the group the group chat that I was put in. And so it's going to take about 26 minutes and 16 seconds, y'all. So here we go. I got this waffle from a local restaurant in my area where you can add whatever you want to it. And I added brownie. Hold on. I'm going to have to. And eat. Good morning, everyone. Fresh Source TV here. Beautiful waffle, right? Hold on. Whoever's in the audience, I'm just playing an audio from a video I recorded earlier about what happened when I was drug into that group text. This is going to be a very, very short live. I'm not going to be talking in the live, I'm just playing the audio. So I'm going to start it over again. I got this waffle from a local restaurant in my area where you can add whatever you want to it. And I added brownies and the Nutty Buddy wafer cakes to mine with the powdered sugar. And this big waffle was only $6, guys, and only one portion of it is good enough. You know, you can see it's divided into four, so actually only one part of it is enough for one person to eat. It's really, really big. It's like maybe 2 inches thick. But anyway, I know a lot of you guys may have wondered why I hadn't responded to everything that took place over the weekend concerning Cassie, Shamika B, Mika Kane, Michelle Garcia, Kate, and Nana. Well, I'll share my perspective on the situation. I'd first like to say that my heart goes out to anyone that has been the victim of a violent crime. In particular, the victims of sexual crimes, because that's what I'm going to be speaking on in this video. I think that people that have been violated in that way, it hurts them in a way that we'll never understand, especially children, because children don't know how to process what is happening to them, okay? A lot of times, children are the victims of sexual crimes by predators that they know that they are close to. That's number one. And I think that's part of the reason why they don't know how to process it. Children cannot verbally articulate what's happening to them. There are many situations that might be prevalent in a situation as sexual assault concerning minor children, okay? Different things can happen. You know, we have parents that work. We have a sexual predator that knows how to manipulate a child and the entire situation. So sometimes it's hard to know when a child is actually being abused in that way. I wanted to get that out the way. My heart goes out to Cassie and her children. Now, let me get to my perspective on what happened on over the weekend. Okay. Early Saturday morning, Friday morning, or whichever day it was, I was bombarded with text messages over Facebook. Okay. Now, my friends know that I don't do Facebook. Okay, I have a Facebook page, but I don't do Facebook because I just think Facebook is too messy. We have a lot of people on Facebook who are perpetrators of their lifestyles, and they flaunt on things that they really don't have to make people believe that they are people that they're not. Okay, that's the first thing. And the Kanika Jenkins groups, I was in those groups, many of them, about 6 of them. And the ones that I was in, I found them to be messy. Over time, these groups became toxic, okay? And no longer were the discussions about Kanika Jenkins. Personal attacks began to happen amongst the group members. And for that reason, I took myself out of them because I didn't want to be a part of that messy stuff. That's just not who I am, okay? Um, Now, I can say this. Over the course of time, I have become friends with a few people over the internet, okay? And I'll call these people out to you. My circle is very, very small. I never insert a whole lot of people into my life. Not on social media, nor do I do it in my real life. In real life, I don't have any friends. I believe in family because I know when you start associating with people that you call friend, okay, sometimes they can do things to show you that they were never your friend. So I don't do the friendship stuff. I really don't. In my real life, I don't have any friends. Like I said, my family is my friends. When I have a problem, I go to the closest people to me where I can talk to them. And whatever I tell them, I know that they'll take it to the grave. They won't share what I've told them privately with others. Okay? That's my 2 sisters, that's my mom, and that's my youngest auntie. She's like a sister to me, okay? Because we're so close in age. I don't deal with strangers. I really don't. You know, I've been in, I've been put in a position in my life where I had to minister to the public as it relates to ministry. So I know a lot of people. And I will definitely speak words of encouragement to the masses. But my immediate life, my personal life, is private. That's just it. That's just all. That's just how I roll. Okay? What I saw happening in that group text bothered me. It bothered me to my soul. I was crying out silently, hurting for Cassie because she was viciously attacked about her life. And this is one of the things that I don't understand. Because how is it that stranger people over the internet can tell you about your life better than you can tell others about your life? I don't get that. I don't get it. If somebody can explain that to me, well, then y'all do so. But I don't get it. So we know the story about Cassie and her kids, right? She shared that openly with us. It was a very devastating situation. Okay? She didn't have to be open with us about that. Period. It's her life, her children, her life. But she did it in hopes of helping somebody else by sharing her experience about what happened with her and her children concerning a very tragic incident that occurred in their lives. I was drug into that text conversation, and I tried my best to be neutral in the situation because I felt like the people that I was dealing with, in particular, Shamika B and Cassie, um, you know, I have feelings for both of them. So I didn't want to offend Shamika, and I most definitely did not want to offend Cassie anyway. So I tried my best to be neutral and try to get them to understand without being disrespectful to anybody in that group chat that I felt what they were doing was totally wrong. Because how can a person who claims to care about people that have been violated in such a way attack the victim or the victims? I don't understand it. It seemed like my perception of it is that they were demanding an explanation from Cassie about a situation that occurred in her life. Now, we have to put this all in perspective because we need to understand that this is Cassie's life. What happened to her and her children, it happened to them. It did not happen to us. And she does not owe us an explanation about anything that occurred in her life with her children. She does not. So I don't understand why they felt that way, but they did. And it hurted my feelings because she was being re-victimized during that group chat. Grown women, and I'm not speaking ill of any of these women because I don't know their frame of mind as to why they chose to do this. I really don't. I don't know. I don't get it. But some of them claim to have been violated in a sexual way. And so my question to them is, if that is the case, then why would you think it's okay to attack a person who has been traumatized in the same way that you have? I don't get it. Was it just to hurt her? Or do you feel like you are entitled to know her business in detail? I don't know. I just don't get it. These are just my questions that I have. And today is Monday. So I could have made this video immediately after this situation took place, but you guys know me. I'm slow to react because I have to um, I have to really, really think about what has happened before I speak on it. So that's why I'm here today. Um, I was injected into that chat group, and I didn't want to be there because, in my opinion, what happened on that day, it shouldn't have happened. It was very, very hurtful. I can only imagine how Cassie felt while this was going on. Um, I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. Why would anybody want to re-victimize the victim? I heard and I saw a lot of, she's not a victim, she's a survivor. My mom used to tell me all the time that you're only as happy as your saddest child. And if anything bad happens to a child that you see having problems emotionally, that saddens the parent. We don't know Cassie in real life, so we don't know what type of relationship that she has with her kids. We can't say that, you know. So that's why I refer back to the question of entitlement. Did these ladies feel entitled? In a way where they wanted Cassie to explain to them in detail about what happened in her situation? I don't know. And then we get to the live that was done on Lady Goddess channel. And again, we have Lady Goddess who claims to be a victim of sexual assault. And this conversation took place where they aired a lot of what they deemed to be true, but the information that was given on that panel wasn't absolutely the truth. Because you see, for the people who take their time and actually do the research and not only doing the research, but putting the whole situation into perspective, you know that the information provided was inaccurate. And I'm like this, okay? I do not listen. I don't care if it's coming from a person who I know is credible. When they bring me information, I'll take that information in, but then I have to research it for myself because I want to know for sure if what they're saying is accurate. So I'll do the research for myself. And what I can tell you about the man that they spoke on, the information provided on Lady Goddess's channel the other night was absolutely incorrect. Now, it's very interesting because, a lot of us claim to have, a certain level of intelligence. But in reality, when it comes to medical stuff, when it comes to legal stuff, none of us operate in that capacity in our real lives, okay? Now, I'm fortunate enough to have people in my family that do operate in those capacities in the medical field and in the law division, okay? But I don't possess that knowledge for myself. But what I do possess is common sense. And so when I get to the medical stuff, y'all saw how I handled Kanika Jenkins' autopsy. Word for word. I will go and look those things up in the dictionary. I need to know what these things mean before I get online and speak on it, because I don't want to make myself look like I don't know what I'm talking about. Same thing with the law stuff. When you get to reading court documents, a lot of us don't know what those words mean. We can interpret a word such as deferred to mean that someone didn't spend a day in jail, when that's not what it means. That's not what it means. Okay? We can interpret adjudicated as meaning someone didn't spend a day in jail, when it's not what it means, guys. So that's why it's very, very important to do your research. That way, when you get up and share your information, you're given accurate information. I just thought that it was distasteful to try to discredit Cassie in the way that they did. And I'm going to say this. From the way the information was read, I can tell that this person actually believed that what she was saying was actually true. But like I said, you have to do the research for yourself, not just reading the court documents, because we can interpret it as meaning something that it doesn't mean. We have to, when we get into things like that, we have to research. We have to look up every word to make sure that we're understanding what those court documents are reading, because we're not attorneys. So I get it. I understand that she felt that she was being accurate in presenting that information to the public on Lady Goddess's channel, but it was inaccurate information. Re-victimizing the victim in a tragic incident that occurred in their lives is just not the way to go. And the Bible speaks on intentionally trying to hurt others. It's not the way to go, because they call it karma, but I call it the way God sees it, and it's his wrath. Sometimes it comes instantly, And sometimes you have to wait for it because he does not like his children to intentionally try to hurt others. Sowing seeds of discord amongst your brethren. God hates it. He hates it, you know. And like I said, this video is not bashing anyone. Um, it's basically being done to share with Cassie that she has people that really, really care about her and what happened to her children. She has people who take these type of things seriously, and they would never um, participate in purposely trying to hurt her. Um, for the other young ladies, in time, wisdom and growth in your lives will cause you to see, and life experiences will cause you to change your mind about how you see uh, things in life. And with that being said, guys, uh, I'm going to stop the video right here because I think I've said everything I needed to say. Um, again, I'll leave you guys with this. True victims of violent crimes would never re-victimize, re-traumatize another victim. You guys have a blessed day in the Lord. God bless you. Okay, guys, that ends the audio that I had. I just wanted to share that with you all, and thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a blessed evening. Good night.